ever notice how an ex will pop up on someone's timeline and suddenly it's like nostalgia is being activated and we're dusting off the memories? Or maybe you've been there yourself, standing at the edge of your bed late at night, debating on whether or not to send that "Hey stranger" text to your ex. This is what people call spinning the block. It sounds poetic, right? Life is offering up this second chance, a second opportunity to maybe get things right. And sometimes it can feel comforting to revisit something that feels familiar. But here's the thing, spinning the block often isn't about love or closure. It's about staying in what feels safe in order to avoid having to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Antoinette Chanel and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are unpacking why going back to what once broke you might feel like the easier option, but in actuality, it's keeping you from continuing forward. So what does spinning the block even mean? Originally, it was street slang, circling back to a neighborhood, sometimes with bad intentions in mind. But culturally, we've given this a romantic twist. Now it means circling back to someone who you used to deal with, whether this is an ex, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a situationship, maybe it's that person that you swore off after they ghosted you for the fourth time. You're driving down memory lane, music's playing, nostalgia is flowing, but you're not noticing all of the pitfalls, the potholes, the wreckage, maybe even the dead end sign that's at the end of the road. So why do people do this? Two reasons: comfort and ego. Let's start with comfort. The unknown is scary. Meeting someone new takes effort. Explaining your quirks, retelling that trauma story, figuring out if they're allergic to cats or if they can clap on beat, it can be exhausting. So going back to someone you already know feels easy and familiar. Even if it was toxic, at least you know that toxicity. Then there's ego. Sometimes spinning the block isn't about comfort, it's about winning. Proving you could get them back. Proving you're still desirable. We tell ourselves, maybe they've changed, maybe I've changed. The truth is that if either of you had changed, you probably wouldn't still be trying to fit back in that same box that you were in however long ago. You wouldn't be eager to come back to the same dynamic that broke you apart in the first place. We like to dress up spinning the block as this measure in growth. You know, this time it'll be different. We've changed, we've grown, we're older now. But let's keep it real. Most people are not spinning back because they've healed. They're spinning back because healing is hard. Growth requires accountability. It forces you to confront your patterns, your wounds, your unhealthy attachments. Spinning the block lets you skip that part. It is a shortcut back to comfort. But shortcuts, my friends, rarely ever lead to good destinations. Here's why spinning the block is dangerous. It's addictive. You fall into a loop. Break up, miss them, decide to get back together. All of the same problems are still there. You break up, you miss them. You hope that they've changed. You get back together. You learn that they haven't. It's just a never-ending cycle at that point. It's emotional deja vu, and it wastes your time. You're basically telling the universe, I'm okay with the bare minimum as long as it's familiar to me. But growth, real, scary, beautiful growth, can't happen in the same soil that broke you down the first time. And let's talk about that familiarity. We confuse familiarity with love all the time, but real love is not familiarity. Familiarity is knowing their favorite meal, knowing their laugh, knowing how they slam the door when they're angry. Love is choosing someone every day, even when it's inconvenient, even when it requires them to evolve with you. When you spin the block, you are often choosing fear over love. Fear of being alone, fear of being abandoned, fear of not being understood, fear of admitting that you wasted time with the wrong person. And the truth is, starting over is scary. But I think that being stuck is worse. Growth is uncomfortable. It feels lonely at times, but it's also where transformation happens. When you refuse to grow, you're like a truck driver stuck in a roundabout. Just going around, skipping the same exits, seeing the same scenery constantly. Meanwhile, the people who do the work of growth, of healing, they are off on a highway headed to a brand new destination somewhere else. They are on the path to a better version of themselves. So my friends, I implore you to ask the question to yourself, do I want to heal? Do I want to grow, or do I just want to keep doing the same things over and over again? Your response to that is everything. Instead of spinning the block, spin the wheel. Take a chance on yourself, on your own personal growth, on the idea that there is somebody out there waiting for you that's meant for you, that's better than this situationship you've got going on right here. You cannot build a future if you are driving in circles around your past. So are you going to park the car in a brand new destination, or are you just going to keep spinning the same places you've been already? That's my question to you, friends. And those are my thoughts on this topic. If you listened to this video all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Is spinning the block worth it? Do you think that it's always a cautionary tale, or can it sometimes work out and be a happy ending for people? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That tells the YouTube algorithm that, hey, there's good things happening over here. If you'd like to see more content from me, consider hitting the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I upload new videos to this YouTube channel. If you'd like to keep up with me on Instagram, you can follow me at the handle that's on your screen right there. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. I really appreciate you, and I will catch up with you in the next video. Take care.